Get yourself to okjersey.com, where you can buy all the best football shirts around, including the amazing vintage Spurs tops I wear on this channel. But I think the Spurs shirt you'll really want is, of course, the absolutely magnificent Tottenham 1901 FA Cup winners 125-year anniversary top, available in both short and long sleeve. And as if that wasn't enough, if you go onto their website and like the look of one of their shirts, choose your size, get your name and a number on the back, or the Champions League badge on the sleeve as well if you're that way inclined, then go to checkout, type the word BARN into the coupon section. That's BARN as in short for Barnaby, and when you do, you'll get 8% off your purchase. Get yourself to okjersey.com, or if you're too lazy to go to the website, just scan the QR code that's on the left of me throughout this video. Enjoy! Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Check out these new graphics. There we go. It's all happening. It's all happening on my channel, guys. Thanks for joining me for this watch along. Do give the video a like and a subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as I bring you the Tottenham Hotspur versus Hoffenheim preseason friendly at the Lane. The last chance to see Spurs before we go away to Brentford next Saturday evening at 5 p.m. Ralph Hull says, great graphics, boom. There should be at some point, Ralph, thank you so much. There should be the opportunity, as that comes up there. Hopefully those comments might come up automatically, but let's see what happens. But yes, the graphical new future for this channel. As you can see on the left, 21,500 subscribers. A lot of people in the comments already upset about Spurs play not working. The good news so far is I am watching what's happening at the stadium. There's a musical artist singing in the halfway line, over the halfway line, and that is what's happening. For those of you hoping to see Mateus Fernandes play today, though, that's not happening, unfortunately. This is the team: Kinski, Gray, Robertson, Senesi, Van Hecke, Tonali, Bergvall, Gallagher, Moore, Tell, and Richarlison. The good news, mate. I don't know why I said mate, because I was just reading Spursy across the pond's comments saying, where's your hat, mate? Hair looks classy. It's a bit hot. Even here in the Outer Hebrides, it's a bit hot for the hat today. But we get a chance, maybe the last chance, to see Mikey Moore have a go at this. He's going to need to put in a performance. As I tuck my hair behind my ear, he's going to need to put in a performance to persuade Roberto De Zerbi not to send him on loan to FC Cologne. He wasn't great on the right-hand side when he played there the other week against, who was it? The Spanish team, whose name I've now forgotten. Yeah, there we go. Baby brain. Don't know. Anyway, he didn't play great, and today he's got to put in a performance. Other than that, it's kind of probably the team. We get to see Senesi. Some people have had a go at me about pronouncing Senesi's name wrong. Let me know in the comments what is it Senesi? Is it Senesi? Got Van Hecke and Senesi playing at centre half. Robertson on the left. Getafe. Thank you, John Archer. Appreciate that. Good comment. Thank you for your comment. There he is. I'm just going to see if I can. Yeah, just press. There'll be a little bit of this today, guys, as I try and get used to the new graphics. There'll be a little bit of jiggery pokery as I try and get used to it all. But yeah, it's all good. Robertson, I'm beginning to think Robertson is going to start left back, as there have been rumours, haven't there? Udogie, interesting Roma. For me, I wouldn't be happy at all if Udogie went for cheap. If Udogie goes for a big fee, then fine. But if he goes for cheap, I wouldn't like that at all. Gray will start a right back, because Porro obviously only got back from the World Cup recently. Another chance for Bergvall to stake his claim for a chance at Brentford, start at Brentford next week. Gallagher in the 10 again, and Richarlison will have to do better holding the ball up than he did the other week. And he missed a few good chances as well, didn't he, old Rishi? Some more reports that Rishi wants to leave as well this week. Keep an eye out for my Tottenham headlines along the bottom. There it is. Christian Romero joins Atletico Madrid for 34.1 million. I haven't done a video since that was announced. I think everyone kind of agrees it's the right thing. But very, very, very good deal for Atletico Madrid. My God, it just shows. It really shows that you can still get a good deal from around the world. And one of those that I keep hearing about, but I don't think Spurs are kind of biting, is Rafael Leao at Milan. Apparently, Ruben Amorim has made the decision he doesn't want Leao as part of his squad. And as a result, he's available at 40 million euros. I've always loved Leao, but it doesn't seem like Tottenham are that interested in it. Chloe Gilbert says, new graphics looking top-notch. I appreciate that, Chloe. There you are. Coming up. Love it. Yeah, they'll be on all of my videos now. Gone is just me face to camera. There's going to be headlines. There's going to be oh look, there's the Hoffenheim team not yet been announced. Actually, guys, you can help me. How about this? Help me during the watch along section of this. If you like, I can get rid of all of the kind of transfer news stuff along the right hand side and just have the match stats. Would you prefer that? Just the match stats and the teams? I can do that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Look at this from Sparky. Good not to see the Maradona post for a change. I love Maradona from Maradona. What's not to love about him? Like, even though he did the hand of God against England, you know, I know that was bad, but what an absolute hero of a footballer. Have you seen some of the mischief he got up to? And what a, you know, the most skillful player of all time. Most skillful player of all time. So I'm proud to have him on our wall. And also, don't forget the link between Argentina and Spurs is strong. Now built up by Senesi, of course, or is it Senesi? Who knows? Smokehouse says just match stats and teams, please. Okay, I will try my best to remember how to remember to get rid of the transfer stuff during the game. I'm actually also just going to text someone 1 second. One thing, I've just got to text the guy because I want to marry up the scoreboard with my feed. The scoreboard. I mean I want to marry up the time of the match with my feed. Apologies. As I said, there are going to be some technical gremlins. Oh, good question from Cloud Spurs King. Where is Williams Barnett? Yeah, where is Luca today? I wonder if he's got a little bit of an injury, as they're just showing the video of Pedro Porro. Oh no, it's actually Pedro Porro at the stadium with his World Cup medal, and he's being presented with a little trophy. It's a nice reaction from the Spurs fans. Being presented with a trophy. Congratulations for winning the World Cup by Fernando Llorente. So what's not to like about that? Clay Tinsley says, afternoon, Barnaby. Hope the family are doing well. Excited for these games to see the team. Coys, yeah, love that positivity. I'm excited to see the games too. But as Cloud Spurs King says, where is Luca Williams Barnett? That would have been nice to see him a little bit. Maybe he's got a little injury. People asking where I'm watching. I've got a, what can I say? I've got a feed. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. What I can also tell you, though, is I'm in the hottest room in the world. It's so hot that I can't it's so bright outside that I can't have the window open. So I can't have the blind up because it would be too hot in here, even with the window open. So if you see me just get more and more sweaty throughout the game, then don't hold it against me. And Ralph says, I've heard Williams Barnett has got a slight knock. There we go. Ralph, our regular ITK, letting us know as the teams come out. Spurs in their lily white shirts, navy blue shorts, white socks. And for another season, Daniel Levy's, is he son-in-law, brother-in-law, the security guy? He is here. Warren Parker says, when you're doing a regular video, you can use the transfer news. That's exactly why it's there. That's exactly why it's there. The graphics are all here for a reason. And Barry Bandana with my first super chat since new graphics. Thank you, Barry. He says, he's big, he's bad, he's a brand new dad. Always appreciate the streams, Barnaby Coys. Oh, mate, that's so kind of you. I really appreciate it. That's so kind. I'll leave that up for a while. Much appreciated. Right, I'm going to now take off, if I can, all of the transfer business. Yeah, exactly. When I'm doing streams, all of the reports and all the news I'll be talking about, and we'll show some nice stats of each player and stuff like that. Here we go. It should be dropping off one by one. Okay, let's have a look what we're left with. Unfortunately, though, look at that. The team hasn't come through yet. So if the team doesn't come through, and maybe it won't possibly because of it being a friendly. If it doesn't come up, I'll probably knock it back to the old. What do you call it? Don't know why it hasn't come up. A bit disappointing. Should be working. Showing up in OBS. Little, like I said, technical gremlins here today, guys. Okay, the match stats are up. Spursy across the pond says, stay hydrated. Can you go full 90 with the heat? Yeah, good point. I'm hoping because the match stats are up, maybe... No, the team hasn't come up. That's really frustrating. Why would that be? Very odd. Why is it not pushing through? Most annoying. Maybe I accidentally turned it off. Let's have a look. No, I can't have done that, can I? Well, I don't know what to say about that, guys. Really annoying that I can't see the team because I can see it on the other thing. Don't know what's going on. Oh, I know. Maybe it's to push. I know. Maybe that's what I need to do. I wonder. The thing is, I could come out of StreamYard, but that would lose my whole stream, and we don't want that, do we? So let's. I'll put back up the transfer stuff for now. Clive Allen is on the co-commentary as per ever, and the trumpeter is playing. Volkov says very limited options off the bench, just 1 week from start of season. Let's just hope for no more injuries. Yeah, I think that's fair. That's a fair thing to hope for. The game has started. My stream isn't very good, to be honest, but Spurs, as ever, just trying to play some good football out. Well, that's annoying because now nothing is kind of coming through on the graphics. But anyway, the game has started. And I don't know why it's not pushing through. Someone said, can you write down the team on a bit of paper and hold it up for us? Okay, so now we've got the transfer stuff back up. Maybe the teams will come too. Who knows? But anyway, I'm about a minute behind, unfortunately. Let's see if my guy got back to me about how to change that. Toggle the manual clock in manual controls. Where are manual controls? Okay. Don't worry, I will tell you if anything happens in the game as Lucas Bergvall works it out. Kinski on the ball. Just trying to draw the press and goes with a mid-range ball up towards Gallagher and Richarlison. Nothing came. And Hoffenheim looking like they've got some tempo about them. Van Hecker does well. Tonali brings it out. Richarlison does well. Turns it around the corner. Into Moore. Turns it down the line. Cross comes in, and that's a corner to Spurs. Sorry, I'm just still trying to do some technical gremlins. Apologies for this, guys. I appreciate you sticking with me. Okay. Hold on. Cross comes in, and it's cleared. Oh. Sorry that this is annoying, guys, but nothing's much happening in the game. Just some. Okay, wait, I'm just going to get the clock sorted. 1 second. Manual clock. First half. And we are at 3. I'm going to stop it at 4. 3:50, which will be in now. Okay, we're at the right time now. Okay, sorry that took me a while, guys. John Archer, 1959, saying, Hoffenheim playing us twice. Do you come here often? That's good. Let's show the comments on the stage. How about that? What do you think about that? Do you want your comments in the bottom right-hand corner like that? Let me know what you think, guys, because I can turn it off. It does block out, obviously, some of the stuff, but Matisse Tell breaks forward on the left. And I'm leveled up. Here we go. Tony Rodriguez already complaining about Lucas Bergvall, saying he's shit. I disagree. I think he's going to be a great player. We just got to let him develop. Also, keep an eye out for the team news. If it's definitely up there, then I will turn off the transfer stuff again. Here's Andy Robertson on the left-hand side. Tries the early cross. He has a delicious cross of the ball, Andy Robertson. It comes out wide to Mikey Moore. We're 4 minutes in. Here's Moore. Nice and direct. Gets a cross in. It's cleared. Comes out to Tonali. Gives it into Bergvall. Turns nicely. Good stuff. Spurs getting on the ball, as you know they want to under De Zerbi. Good chance for a cross from out wide. No, Mikey Moore starts to drive into the box. Brilliant from Moore. Brilliant from Moore. Shot. That's brilliant. I love that. He could have just put an easy cross in, but instead he drove into the box. And the fans love that. Shot blocked. If you see me writing, that's because I'm making notes. And Benison says, Mikey looks like he's beefed up a bit. Good job. Yeah. Here we go. Show comments on stage. Font. Medium. Tall. Wide. Maybe tall. Oh, Spurs should have scored. Ball came across from Robertson. He's a beautiful cross of the ball. Guys, let me know what you what kind of how you want these comments in the thing. Do you want them big like that or medium? What do you think? Or do you want them off the stage completely? It blocks the sponsor. They won't be happy about that. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to turn them off, I think, and then I'll if you get your comments in, guys, I will put it on the bottom of the screen. How about that? 5 minutes gone. Spurs making all the chances. Robertson, lovely cross of the ball. Here comes Moore on the right again. He's got Gray outside him, but Moore comes. He's beaten his man again, Mikey Moore. I think De Zerbi has told him this week just to be braver, and he's done it. The fans love it. Matisse Tell. Actually, I remembered in the game last week, he actually got an early kick, Mikey Moore, didn't he? And that's one of the reasons I think he struggled in the game. Here's Senesi, straight back from the World Cup, of course, with Van Hecke. He's not as tall as Van Hecke. Oh, lovely round the corner from Tonali into Richarlison, who actually keeps the ball and is then tackled. Maybe fouled, but not given. John Arch says 1959. John Arch 1959 says Mikey beefed up a bit more. Very nice. Very nice. Do get your comments in, guys. Okay, we've got the match stats on. I'm going to turn off the transfer business then. There's actually Hoffenheim getting behind here, and they put a cross into the back post, but Andy Robertson is there, and his first touch allows him to then clear it down the line. He plays a beautiful ball, actually, into Gallagher, who deals with it really well and wins a foul. The Spurs fans absolutely loving it. Of course they are. Oh, so weird. Every time I turn off the transfer stuff, it just goes empty. So bizarre. What is going on? Am I accidentally turning something else off? So frustrating. Sorry, guys. Afraid it's all going to have to stay in. So weird. It's Hoffenheim come forward. Little chance, but cleared by Senesi well. Out for a Hoffenheim throw. Apologies with the graphics. Hoffenheim have control of the ball. 8.5 minutes in. There are your match stats. 77% Spurs so far. 1 shot total. And Spurs win the ball back. Here's Mikey Moore on the right. He's going to have to find someone. He's got a run from Richarlison in the channel. Nice stuff on the right-hand side. He has to hold it up. Archie Gray makes him a run. And then he finds him down the line. Is he onside? Looks like he is. No, he's been given offside. Just going to speak to my graphics guy. Well, Bergvall's won it high up. His tell in the box. Tries to cut it back. Goes into the keeper's arms. Ten minutes gone. Hoffenheim trying to play it out as well. Bergvall pressing so high. Zico not liking Matisse Tell, saying Tell from hell, usual rubbish. And Hoffenheim try and play out again. Little ball into midfield. Tonali tries to press, but he's a bit late. But Robertson is able to clear up just over the halfway line and starts back with the ball to Kinski. He deals with it easily. Back to Robertson, who's got loads of space. Pops it into midfield to Tonali. He's always a willing option in that 6 role. Senesi plays it into Bergvall, who this time was gave him the option of the triangle. And now Kinski under a bit of pressure gives a horrible ball to Bergvall, who actually deals with it really well. Wow. He's bringing it out. Now he's got to do it easy. You've got to do it easy, Lucas, and does. Gives it to Gallagher. And Bergvall then gives it to Robertson. Bergvall did really well then. Gives it to Tell on the left. Surely he's going to cut inside on his right foot. He usually does. Yeah, he's just held it up. Plays a ball back to Tonali. Gallagher now on the left. Spurs keeping the ball nicely. Still 0-0 after 11 minutes. Tell beats his man on the left. Cutting inside on the right. Really wants to have a shot, but he's blocked, so he goes back. Good stuff from Matisse, though. Good turn in midfield from Conor Gallagher. Gets out wide left to Andy Robertson. Comes back onto the halfway line. We've got De Zerbi on the halfway line. Barking orders. Oh, and Robertson tries a ball down the line to Tell, but he wasn't ready for it. Hoffenheim. Oh, and good kick out from the goalkeeper. Mikey Moore went to press him, and he just lobbed it over him into the left back's path. The Spurs fans trying to get behind their team. 0-0. Is that Soufal? Yeah, I think it's Soufal, the ex-West Ham player, playing for Hoffenheim. So they pop it about. Play it down the line. Bergvall gets a little foot in. Spurs win it back through Archie Gray, who's fouled. I heard some reports this week. Let me know in the comments if you heard this as well. I heard some reports this week that Roberto De Zerbi had asked the club to strip out the away changing room at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to make it less comfortable for them, which frankly is something I've been talking about for a long time. I'm talking about how other clubs, players and fans absolutely adore coming to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They get to use the lovely molten brown hand wash and shampoo and conditioner and stuff. So if he has done that, I am here for it. Massively, absolutely here for it. As Hoffenheim play it all the way back to the keeper, who goes long first time. This will be a high ball for Van Hecke to deal with. He does, heads it into midfield. Mikey Moore tries to hold it up, and he does well to turn his man who's fouling him. And the ref doesn't give it. The ref's determined to let play carry on in this game. You can tell that early. And Van Hecke tries to get a little bite in as well. Almost on Mikey Moore's behalf, I'd say. Still 0-0 coming up to the 15th minute. As Hoffenheim play a big diag over Andy Robertson. Soufal wins it, and then they win the second ball as well, Hoffenheim. They're not a bad team, this. Do get your questions in while you're watching in the comments, guys. You know what these friendly games are like. Nothing like it'll be next Saturday evening against Brentford, won't it? When it'll be like long throw City against us, won't it? Here they come, though, Hoffenheim at our back line. Oh, and they're in the box here, left-hand side. Cross comes in, goes past everybody. Zico says, yeah, just exchange Hackney Marsh's changing room with no hot showers and freezing cold. And Spursy across the pond says, hopefully make the away seats a little more uncomfortable as well. Yeah. But Hoffenheim just finding some gaps just in front of the Spurs backline there. Mika asking anyone know where to watch Camel Live, Camel Live is a stream I've used before. Chance for Hoffenheim over the bar. Inside right. Probably should have done better. He was only about, Spurs sleeping a little bit there. It was only about 9-10 yards out. Van Hecke came in late to try and block the shot. Good ball from Kinski into Gallagher around the corner. Beautiful stuff from Spurs. Oh, and then Gallagher couldn't find the pass, unfortunately. But that was really nice stuff. That was straight off the training ground from Kinski into Gallagher, around the corner to Richarlison, back to Gallagher. And he was trying to set one of his wide players in. Really good stuff. And Kinski plays on his left foot into Rishi, who can't hold that one up, unfortunately. He's pressing well, though, Rishi. But once again, you know what's going to come after this game. Frustration from the fan base about our lack of class in the forward line. As their keeper tries to push it into midfield, and Gallagher nearly gets a touch on it, but they've dealt with this well, Hoffenheim, and they would have been through, but actually Archie Gray got himself in a good position, although slightly behind his back line, and they're driving at us now. Edge of the box. Oh, he's hit the bar. What an effort. I think he hit the stanchion. Wow. It's their number 10. Really good player, driving forward. No one coming out to stop the shot. How many times have we heard that? He actually gets 15 yards out before anyone tries to put a tackle in on him. Whew. We've got to close down shots better. You'd have to say, wouldn't you, at the moment, Hoffenheim have had the best of the chances. That's a bit of an understatement, to be honest. And they've got it with their keeper again. Spurs, a bit bitty at the moment, I think it's fair to say. Oh, and Senesi gives away a foul in midfield. Okay, I'm just going to have another go at the turning off the transfer stuff to see if it'll allow me to just have the match action up. Spurs not playing very well at the moment. Hoffenheim coming forward again. Okay, I think it's sorted. The graphics have sorted itself out now. 20 minutes gone. Hoffenheim. Oh no. Well, the match stats have sorted themselves out, but the team news haven't. So I think what I'll just do is turn the team news off, maybe. Meme hooks. Is anyone worried how Fernandes has mysteriously disappeared? He was on some social media clips this week. Don't forget, guys, they're playing the Hoffenheim again tomorrow in a friendly at the training ground. So I think some of the players will be playing in that game. And maybe that's a little bit of De Zerbi saying, I don't want Brentford to see what our players are going to be doing, that kind of thing. Toggle manual lineups off. Sorry, still trying to sort out some technical stuff, but okay. It's not been a great start from Spurs. I'd say one of the problems is we're just not able to keep the ball in the forward line very well, and as a result, kind of keeps coming back at us. They're starting to lose confidence a little bit. Hoffenheim, good team, just popping it about. Nothing going on, guys, don't worry. Just typing in the manual team. Or trying to. Oh, Spurs get forward for once. Apologies for the silence, guys. I'm just trying to get this team stuff sorted. Tonali. Conor Gallagher. Tell. Bergwall, where are you? And on the right, we've got Moore. I don't think Mikey Moore's even going to be in here, is he? Oh, yeah, it's good. Oh, Spurs have done well there. Oh, Gallagher just tries to find Moore, but it doesn't come off. That was better from Spurs. Spurs are just trying to get used to this nice one-touch stuff they're doing. Okay, I've manually put in the lineup. Let's see if that works. Zika. A lot of people complaining that Spurs play never works. Apologies for that, guys. I can't speak for it. Here comes Bergvall through the middle. He's got Mikey Moore on the right. He's got to put him in, but he has a dig instead, and it draws a save. Good stuff from Lucas. I wonder if it was someone a bit more senior than if it was someone a bit more senior than Mikey Moore on his outside, whether he would have passed it. But who knows? But anyway, it's still 0-0. 25 minutes gone. He shot it into the keeper's near post on the left-hand side. And he had to tip it round. There we go. Look, I've got my team going now. Brilliant. Here comes the corner. Tonali has a shot from outside the box. I promise for next week, guys, it'll be a lot less haphazard. Apologies. Now I'm on it now. We've got my graphics sorted. Got it all sorted. Oh, tell you what. An elbow in the head there at the back post on Tanisi, and the ref gives nothing, of course. Tunde, nice to see you, mate. Says good run and shot from Lucas. Smokehouse says thanks for typing manual team. No problem, mate. It took me a while. It wasn't typing actually, to be fair. Let me know, guys. During watch-alongs, would you like me, instead of having those Tottenham headlines at the bottom, would you like me to have I guess I could have the team written there? Nah, don't need that. I think the headlines is good, no? I quite like it. Sanisi should have had a penalty there. Elbowed in the box after cross from the right-hand side. It's completely ridiculous. It's Soufal as well, of course it is. I think in the Prem that would be overturned. He's not looking at the ball and he's just elbowed him in the neck. Sligo Spurs is big up Barnaby. Hello, guys. Hello, mate. Sorry. Here you go. I can do that. Let me know what you think about having the comments on stage like that, guys. Do you want that? Do you like that? Regular? Big? What about that? Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you like, during these live streams, do you want the comments on stage in the bottom right like that? Or do you think it looks weird? Keep them on there for now. It's a little bit of a hydration break, guys. And the sprinklers coming on as well. You know that De Zerbi's asked for that. Good stuff. Apparently the hydration break brought some booze from the fans. Shall I bring you some other scores? Tunde says looks good as it is. All right. Middlesbrough with Will Lancashire losing at home to Lincoln at the moment. And see if there are any other friendlies going on. I'm sure there are. Oh, God, there are games everywhere. Villa have lost or losing 2-0 to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Newcastle losing at home to Bayer Leverkusen. Brighton drawing against Bologna. Is Vuskovic playing for Brighton? Let's have a look. Yes, he is. He's starting for Brighton. Good lad. Spursy across the pond says solid background for comments. Yeah, okay. All right. I'll turn them off. There you go. That's all I asked. All right. There you go. So you get your solid background like that. Sweet. Tunde looks good as it is. Cheers, mate. Hydration break more exciting than the game itself. Very good. Defender nowhere near looking at the ball and elbows Sanisi in the throat. Yeah, I think it should be a pen, really. Let's be honest. Should be a pen. But refs don't give pens anymore. We know this. And the game starts again. Was about to. Smokehouse says, any shining lights worth mentioning so far on the pitch? Well, Mikey Moore looked pretty direct and up for it in the first 5-10 minutes or so. And then we've dropped off a bit, and then we've made a couple of half chances in the last 5 minutes. Lucas Bergvall with a run and shot. But no, it's been very kind of summer-friendly vibes at the moment. As the Hoffenheim keeper goes long. Van Hecke's underneath it. Wins the first one. Bergvall's with him. He's got to be careful. He's on his own. Oh, he's done beautifully, Lucas. Beautiful stuff. Drops it just back to Gray. He comes across to Sinisi. Of course, brings good balance on his left side. Gives it into Bergvall. Oh, beautiful ball between the lines for Bergvall into Tonali. Tonali lays it out to Mikey Moore. He's one-on-one here. Drive, Mikey. Drive, and get across in. Great ball. Oh, brilliant from Mikey Moore. Brilliant from Spurs. Should have been a goal. Bergvall to Moore. Fantastic. So Bergvall played a beautiful one-time ball into Tonali. He plays it out to Mikey Moore. Drives into the corridor of uncertainty goes the ball, and Richarlison and Tell can't get on the end of it. That was De Zerbi ball. Love how direct Mikey Moore was there. And Timeless Flying Monkey says looks better. Yeah, that was good. Hoffenheim keeper brings it out of his box. Richarlison pressing him, so he has to kick it up to the halfway line. It's actually a good ball to the right-sided player. Good football from Hoffenheim. They're in down the right here. Tonali comes across and does well. Gives it inside, goes down the line. Tell holds it up. Can he give? He does. Gallagher under pressure and does well to win a foul. Just leaves his body there and goes down. Totally understandable. So here are the stats. 55% possession Spurs, 3 shots Spurs to 2 Hoffenheim, 1 on target. Passing accuracy from Spurs, 92%. Spurs 2 corners. Tunde said, how did Richarlison miss that? I haven't even got there yet, Tunde. That's the problem with me having the comments on. Oh, no, maybe you're talking about the cross across the... Yeah, the cross. Yeah, he wasn't in the right position, was he? Wasn't in the right position. Here's Soufal with a cross. It's a great cross. Cleared beautifully from Van Hecke. Richarlison is fouled. They're playing pretty strongly. Hoffenheim, yeah. As the commentator puts it, some robust challenges. Spurs are definitely missing some magic in the forward line, though, that's for sure. Spurs on the left-hand side now. Tell tries to hold it up, but the ref not helping him out at all when he was fouled from behind, and a long throw goes into the box. Really good football from Hoffenheim there at the byline. Oh, wow, Van Hecke was tried to be a bit clever with the ball there in his own box. But anyway, Matt Harbour says, hi, Barnaby, new to this stream. Just a question. When do you think De Zerbi will play the closest lineup to the one he'll start against Brentford? Today, I think, mixed with some players will play tomorrow in this behind closed doors friendly. I think it'll be a mix of it. I mean, I don't think it's ideal going into the season not having played a game with your favoured team, but that's the reality, isn't it, after major tournaments in the summer? That's how it always goes, basically. So not really a huge surprise. Not many other clubs have been able to play their best teams either. And I think a lot of them are kind of training. Even the likes of Kulusevski, the likes of Kudus, they have been training. Madders has been training. So they'll be getting some of that De Zerbi stuff into them. Gallagher's really good at winning free kicks, you know. That might be his greatest skill so far for Spurs. Gallagher really knows to just leave his body in and win the foul. Good play from Tonali round the corner first time into Robertson. Oh, actually, he had the opportunity then to take it on where he flicked it first time back. He loves just to play for 1 and 2 touch. That's what I love about him. 33 minutes gone. Richarlison fouled from behind, but not given, as the Spurs have advantage nominally. Smokehouse says, what's Mikey Moore's transfer situation? Would you like to loan him or prefer to keep him for rotation? I mean, at the moment, when we haven't bought anyone, I think we keep him. As Spurs bring the ball forward. Comes out to Robertson, tries the early cross. Brilliant ball. Brilliant goal. And we've talked, haven't we, about how good a crosser Robertson is. And that was a brilliant, brilliant cross. And it's Richarlison who's popped it home. Amazing from Robertson. But I think something great happened in the build-up that I've missed out so far before it even got to Robertson. Let's have a look. So here it is in midfield. Tonali in midfield, takes it, drives forward this time. Yeah, makes about 20 yards, pops it out, and then it's a first-time cross, cut back, and it's a good finish on his left foot. Scoreboard hasn't updated so far, so let's see if I can do that manually. Should happen automatically. It'll be better when it comes to the Premier League. Oh, here we go. Oh, and Spurs doing well again, coming forward now. Rishi's gone down. We're on the right-hand side. Gallagher, I think it is. Driving to the byline. Goal kick. But anyway, Spurs 1-0 up. Lovely to see. Rishi's holding his left shoulder after a strong challenge. Tunde says Tonali is having a blinder. Oh, yeah, he's being climbed all over in midfield, Richarlison, and then the player falls on him. But as ever with Rishi, you don't know whether he's actually injured or he's just playing around. De Zerbi obviously having a go at the fourth official on the side, as you'd expect. Do I think Spurs, time is flying, Mikey says, well done, Rishi. Do I think Spurs deserve to be in the lead? Arguable, for sure, but they are trying to get their movements, their familiar patterns that they've learned on the training ground going, and I'm here for that. As they try and press the goalkeeper, who just wants to find a short pass, eventually goes to his left back, who's pressed by Moore, but has an easy pass on. Clive Allen on Cocoms, loving Richarlison's goal as Hoffenheim come through midfield. Pretty good on the ball, Hoffenheim, as you'd expect from a German club. They're always really coached quite well. Tonali once again wins it, though. Tell. Haha. Digo says left-footed left-back. How weird. Well, that's why, for me, Jed Spence has been sold. Because Roberto De Zerbi, I've been saying it in my videos for a long time, he wants balance. And look, Robertson and Udogie give you great options down that side. And Robertson's crossing is fantastic. It's actually really important that we have more strings to our creative bow, and having Robertson who can cross, as well as obviously Porro when he gets back in the team is a great crosser of the ball, and he can have a good shot every so often. Shane Fernandez isn't playing. Would have liked to have seen the Tonali Fernandez axis, the pivot. There we go. Sparky says, thanks. What are you thanking? Who are you thanking, Sparky? 38 minutes gone. Spurs 1, Hoffenheim 0. As a ball comes over the top, I think from Senesi, but Robertson had made a run. It doesn't quite find its target. More sales then in the last 24 hours. Christian Romero and Ashley Phillips bringing in about nearly £50 million worth. And Sparky says Spurs play is now working for you guys who are some of the people who spend £50 odd a year to watch these friendlies, and yet Spurs play never works. Gallagher won the ball back there, but we couldn't find a ball forward. Senesi goes to Van Hecker. Gives it back to Kinski. Bit of a dodgy pass. Spurs getting themselves in trouble. And actually, it's Senesi in the end who bottles it a little bit. Bergvall tries to come in, but Spurs managed to clear it through Archie Gray. Oh, and Mikey Moore. If he could have won that, we would have been in. But he couldn't, and Hoffenheim win it back. Nearly 40 minutes gone. Get some questions ready, guys, for half time. Oh, good ball. Hoffenheim playing some two-touch stuff, but here comes Matisse. Whenever Matisse gets the ball, he's so on his own. There's no one anywhere near him, and so he tends to lose it. As Robertson gets the ball out. Danny says, just joined. How's Mikey Moore playing? He started really well, and then the ball hasn't really been going to him recently. And Matt Harbour says, glad to see the back of Romero. Yeah. I think when De Zerbi came in, he's just been quite clear. He doesn't want anyone at the club. He doesn't want to play for the club. And that's why there's been a hell of a clear out. One hull of a clear out there's been. So that's how it works. Hoffenheim on the ball in their own half now. Where are you guys watching? Hopefully nobody's watching with an outdoor barbecue in England. Let's put it that way. 56% stats, possession stats for Spurs. Bergvall working so hard in midfield, wins it back. Tonali gets it off. Oh, and then the ref calls it back. Not sure about that, ref. Chill out. Chill out, referee. Oh, it's such a loose foul. And there's been some that he hasn't given the other way in this game. Just being an idiot. Diego says, with the Legends lunch, feels like Roberto De Zerbi has been here for years. So much good PR. Yeah, I don't disagree, mate. I don't disagree. That Legends lunch video is fantastic. Here come Hoffenheim. Play it into the box on the right-hand side. Chance for a cross here. Decent cross chance. Oh, Van Hecker does really well. And here comes Kinski with a punch. Doesn't go miles, but it does enough. It gets cleared. Yeah, if you haven't watched the footage from the Legends lunch, make sure you do. Smart move from De Zerbi. It's all about family at Spurs now. Some good messaging going on. Hoffenheim again, just popping the ball about quite nicely into midfield. They get it out wide right against Soufal. Good little flick back. Coming into our box now on the right-hand side. Oh, but Bergvall gets an important foot in, and then Tonali, with a bit of skill, gives it to Tell. He gives it to Robertson, who's under a lot of pressure here. Gives it to Tell. Good luck with that, pal. He's pressed, and he gives the ball away. I don't know what he's trying to do. Sometimes you just got to get rid of it. Now they're in the box again. Well, big chance. Good save, Kinski. Where it was Tell who lost the ball when Spurs were trying to play too much, really, too close to their own goal. And Soufal with another cross here, another good one. Oh, and that's another brilliant save from... He did save that, you know. It's a brilliant save from a header. And I think the ref doesn't think it's a save, but it really was. I want to see the replay of that. Watch this. You don't see it from that angle. Spurs have it. The big D. Hello, mate. Says, Barnaby, are you worried we haven't seen Mateus Fernandes since the rumour he did his ACL? Surely he would have been playing this game or previous games. He did play in the behind closed doors match last week. A secondary match that wasn't on Spurs play. He started in that game. It was a game against the under-21s. So it should be all right from what I've heard. Good play. Kinski into Tonali, who's always showing. Danny says, great to see Pat Jennings again, one of Tottenham's truly world-class players. That's it. Spurs are in down the right here. Mikey Moore, his first touch is poor, unfortunately. But Spurs did some great De Zerbi ball there to find some space. Hoffenheim seem really fit, maybe a bit fitter than Spurs. They seem a bit more athletic. Anyway, Senesi now out to Robertson, out to Tell. Has to go back. Senesi to Van Hecke, who then goes right to Archie Gray. Looking for options. In the end, gives it to Van Hecke, who turns on it, goes back to Kinski on the edge of his D, pops it into Tonali, who always offers that great option to get us out, the triangle option. So Van Hecke has it back. He pops it into Bergvall. He goes back to Tonali. Good stuff from Spurs. Open it out now to Robertson. Has it made a space anywhere else? No, it comes back narrow. Tonali, the quarterback in this team at the moment. Now Van Hecke. Out to Senesi. Into Tonali. One touch into Gallagher. Spurs just playing triangles. 1 minute added. There will be at half time. Got 1 minute of this game left. Spurs are 1-0 up. Oh, and here comes Bergvall outside of the box. Shot blocked. He's had a good half, Bergvall. I know some people like to call him a very Val, but I won't do that. Spurs have it back with Tell. Oh, pops around the corner to Robertson nicely. And again, he goes for the first time cross. Another beautiful cross. I love it. It goes all through everyone. Brennan Johnson, if he was still at Spurs, Brennan Johnson would have so many goals from Andy Robertson crosses. My word. Sure, the halftime whistle will blow up pretty soon. Hoffenheim played out down the line, picked up by Van Hecke, and played back by Bergvall. And that is half-time. Tottenham winning 1-0. Let me see if I can sort out that half-time clock. Nearly 300 of you online concurrently here. Really appreciate your support. If you haven't already, please do like this video so we can get it seen by as many Spurs fans as possible. Do subscribe to the channel if you're not already. As you can see on the bottom left-hand corner, I'm on 21,500 subscribers. It's the long game, this. It is a long game. Hoping to going to spend at least 10 years hoping to get up to 100,000 subs. That's the plan. Tell you what I'll do for half-time. I will turn back on the transfer info because everybody loves some transfers, let's face it. And so you can see all of the deals that have been done and some of the interest that's going on at the moment. Obviously, lots of reports about us going in for Cody Gakpo, for Savinho, etc., etc. But we've also made a lot of sales. Lots and lots of sales. Matt Harbour asks, thoughts on the transfer window so far? Thanks for your comment, mate. Yeah, listen, great start. Now we've had to kind of clear the decks, which we've known we've had to do for quite a long time. And hoping for like another run at getting a few important players in over the next few weeks. That's what I'm looking for, because what are we on, the 15th of August? So not much time left realistically to get players in. But I have to say, I kind of just feel like not that many clubs have done all their business yet. Spurs have definitely done more business than everybody else. That is a fact. And Danny asks, any chance of Morgan, Gibbs, White? I don't see Marinakis selling another one of his golden geese. Let's have a chat about the action in this game. It hasn't been that great. It's been fits and starts, let's face it. But Mikey Moore started well, had a great run, and a shot blocked early on. Then he beat his man again on the right-hand side pretty soon after, early in the game. Bergvall has pressed high throughout the game, done well. He beat three men under massive pressure early doors in his own third. That was pretty good. Hoffenheim had a chance over the bar from about 14 yards. Then they hit the stanchion as they played better kind of in the middle of the first half. Bergvall then had a run just to outside the box, had a shot saved. Senesi should have had a penalty when he was elbowed in the throat / chin in his own in their box by a man who wasn't even looking at the ball, but the ref bottled it. Then a brilliant run from Bergvall, who gave it to Tonali, gave it out to Moore. His cross was fantastic, but nobody was on the end of it. One thing that we have done is got out wide and got crosses in behind their back four. We just haven't had a goal scorer on the end of them as yet. Gallagher has been winning a lot of free kicks and being industrious all half. Tonali, beautiful player, always plays at 1 and 2 touch, fantastic to watch, very Spurs. And then the goal, brilliant cross from Andy Robertson. Rishi finished it left-footed on the half volley, and it was a good run from Tonali, setting up Robertson on the left. 1-0. Then a good save from Kinski to his right after Tell lost the ball in his own final third. And another great save from a header from Kinski, although the commentators didn't think he did save it, but he definitely did. And another good run from Bergvall with a shot blocked towards the end. Smokehouse says, I like your collabs with George and Sean. I think it was Jim too. Good entertaining content. How's your A? Oh, what were you hoping to say? That sounds a bit rude. Spursy says, feels to me De Zerbi is keeping Bergvall. Sounds like you liked his first half. Yeah, I thought he did well. I thought he did really well. Just Matt says, really love seeing Captain Archie. And Gary asks, who's on the bench there? Actually, it's a very young bench. Not really that many players. Yeah, no Luca Williams-Barnett, for instance, that's for sure. Let's see what people are saying online. Just kind of going through the game, really. Whew, it's so hot. So unbelievably hot. Keep your Q&As, keep your questions coming in, guys. I know it's boring at half-time, but what can we do? Seems to be half-time everywhere, but they're just showing the goal again. Fantastic. Rishi can finish. Sparky says, will Rishi score more if he gets better service? Yeah, he can finish. Just don't, but Solanke, I'd say, is probably even a better finisher, but we just don't make that many chances for our strikers. Billy says, people are flapping about the price for Romero and Spence. Look at the money we brought in for lads who weren't going to figure at all. So I think it's been okay. We need the front line desperately. Yeah, I'd agree with that. And I've been saying all week, think of the players from back in the day who got big money offered for them that we turned down. We didn't want to sell them because the price wasn't quite right. And then we ended up having to give them away for free. I'm thinking Ndombele, I'm thinking Gio Lo Celso, I'm thinking Danny Rose, just as 3 examples. Roberto Soldado, I think we got peanuts for on the back end. H-Ray asks, do you think Gakpo solves our goal-scoring issues? Excuse me, he's definitely a great finisher. He is a great finisher. I like him. He's also got a bit of height, which, we need a bit more of, frankly. We're quite a short team. And Smoked House says, how's your sound going? I like your style and timing. Thank you so much. I'm not doing it at the moment because my partner has been obviously pregnant for 9 months and has just had a baby. So going out every night doing gigs and stuff hasn't really been on the bill. But never say never. Never say never, but concentrating on other things, making content. I've got like a proper job now in the daytime to fund said family. So no time for stand-up at the moment. And I haven't been writing much either, stand-up wise. So if I get maybe on holiday, I might go on holiday at some point, and I always like to do some writing by the pool if I'm on holiday. Sligo says, is your little one wearing the fabulous 1901 jersey today? No, she doesn't have, her name's Joey. She doesn't have a little 1901 jersey, unfortunately. But she does have, because she's got some Spanish roots. Her mum is from Brazil, but comes from Lebanese, Spanish, and Italian roots. So what she does have from OK Jersey, in fact, is a little Spanish romper suit, a little Spanish kind of all-in-one, and a little Brazilian one. So, yeah, she'll be wearing them every so often, that's for sure. And Koi's NY. Hello, Koi's NY, hopefully from New York. Oh, I love New York. Miss it. Koi's NY saying, what's the biggest difference you're seeing between De Zerbi, Spurs and last season's side? Just, you can see that they're trying to make things happen on the ball and they're trying to keep the ball. And you can see that every single time, the back line are under pressure, Tonali is coming to get them out of trouble, or Bergvall is then round the corner, Tonali playing at 1 or 2 touch, got a few better players. And we're still missing some absolute class players as well. Robertson's a great crosser of the ball. So, yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. Coy's New York also asked, Space Peter on that half, what is the one position you'd still spend serious money on before the window closes? I think because we've got Kudus coming back in the right and Decky, and we've got to hope that they'll stay fit, probably the left-hand side. I think Matisse Tell is going to be a good player, but he's raw. So probably, you know, what they're going for really, which is a left-hand side player who can also play in the 9, Cody Gakpo, who can do that. And then I would probably... Richarlison started off quite well this pre-season, and I think he'll score if we make him chances. But I still like Solanke more than Richarlison in terms of his build-up play. So I'd keep him in the 9. And then look, if we got in a left-hand side player like we want to, and then we still had some money left over, could they go and still try and get Krupi, even though he is injured for a couple of months? Maybe. Coolidge loves my Maradona poster. Appreciate it. And Seb says, Savio plus Mamouche 10 out of 10 window. Yeah, I don't know. Man City are having to sell so many players. I doubt they'd let them both go at this point. HRay99 says, do we need a backup for Porro, or do you think Gray would be decent enough cover? I think he's doing well, Gray, at the moment. I think they do, from all reports, they do want to get cover long term. They want to get maybe someone like Neco Williams or Munoz from Crystal Palace they'd like the look of. He did well, didn't he, in the cup final? So I wouldn't rule anything in or out. But at the moment, I think they're happy with Archie Gray. Coy's New York says, finding a left winger is like trying to find a life partner, FFS. Billy75 says, spot on beat. Let's not forget Eric Dyer, Ericsson, Danny Rose. And that's before we talk about RDZ correctly saying anyone who doesn't want to be here, there's the door. Yeah, listen, that's for me the major strategy change at Tottenham Hotspur. Not selling players like, you know, almost like it's an insult that players have to leave. It's changed now, especially with financial fair play. You have to be able to sell well. And I personally think, I said this in a video the other day, I personally think selling players for a bit cheaper than you want at this stage will be better for us in the long run when it comes to forging relationships with other clubs coming to us when they want to sell people, knowing that they're not going to be in ridiculous transfer dances with Daniel Levy. That's probably one of the main benefits this will be. So, you know, we might be making a little bit of a loss on some of the players for money we could have got for them in terms of sales this window, but I think it will benefit us money-wise further down the line. And this is a common one. Is anyone else having issues watching this on Spurs Play? It's literally blank. Yeah, people are struggling with it, I'm afraid. Just Matt says, is it just me that would prefer Mamouche over Sav if we could only get one? Probably not just you, but listen, whatever De Zerbi wants as far as I'm concerned. And Joe Brown agrees with me, says, I think we should go for Creepy as well. With all the other clubs out of the frame for a few months, it will be a major coup for us with the teams who are interested, and it's only 3 or 4 months. Just going to see if I've got any decent people online talking about the game so far. Billy T says, some ball from Mikey that. He's been on fire, much needed after a shaky pre-season. Yeah, he's looked good. And Jed Spence, actually, in the last hour, has posted a goodbye video. Said, memories of a lifetime at Spurs. So Jed Spence is gone. So that's the other thing I'd say. People kind of forget when it comes to Jed Spence. He's never been a first choice at Spurs. He's never been a first choice at Spurs the whole time he's been there. So on that basis, wow, looks like speed is at right. Anyway, who cares? I don't care. Anyway, Tottenham are 1-0 up against Hoffenheim. Hamish says, should we try get Almala as well as Gakpo and Savina now that he's available again? I don't know anything about him really, Almala. I need to go and check it out again, or I've forgotten. Remind me, Hamish, who he plays for. Too much baby brain going on here to remember exactly, and I don't want to talk about a player that I haven't got full details on yet. If I've previously spoken about him before, I would have checked him out then, but I've just let it run past me. I trust Roberto De Zerbi mainly. That's how I feel about it. Let's hope this half-time is mercifully short. See what people are saying elsewhere. Spurs fans loving online the fact that we've got a left back who can actually cross. Jay Harris says, Van Hecker is Romero's replacement, and one difference I've noticed is he appears to be much more vocal than Tottenham's former captain. I can constantly hear him shouting instructions to the rest of the defence. That's great news. That's leadership. That's what we need. Well onside to ask, why is Archie Gray Tottenham captain again? I find that slightly cringe in a team with so much more experience. Weird. I don't find it cringe at all. And Fabrizio Romano says, talks are ongoing for Cody Gakpo to Tottenham. Of course, if that's going to happen, it's because Barcola is joining Liverpool. Liverpool, who have had a huge 30% investment in the last couple of days as well. So there's a chance that Liverpool might be bought in the next year for about £8 billion, which would be mad. But also an example of how you can see why ENIC are trying to bump up our playing squad so they can try and sell us down the line as well. If you hadn't seen already this morning, Ashley Phillips has joined Middlesbrough for £7 million plus add-ons, meaning £10 million basically. And Spurs are winning at the Lane. What's not to like at the moment? I got some good comments here. Okay, Joe Brown says, the amount of chances we'll be making with a full-strength side, both of our current number 9 should score a few between them. Yeah, I think you're probably right. H-Ray says, Tell had a really quiet first half. Hope he livens up. Yeah, I think with Tell, most of the balls he's been getting have been to kind of feet facing the wrong way. He hasn't had a great opportunity to get at his fullback. Unreliable says, no Madonna halftime show. Game's gone. Tip Top says, Romero could hardly speak English. Tom Bowdler, mate, says, hi, joining late. Couple of first teamers still missing. I see, yeah, quite a lot. And Koizen says, what's going on with Moore? Lost some pace with muscle. Too early in his development, not EPL pace. I don't think he's ever been a pacey player. He's more of a number 10, isn't he, Mikey Moore? He never really gets a chance to play as a number 10, but he is a number 10. Mostly plays on the left, and now he's playing on the right. I remember when he played on the right at the Hungarian club, Ferencváros. I think it was in the Champions League, maybe even a couple of years ago, and he played really well. Might have been the Europa League in the group stage. Cutting inside on the right. He's not really getting that much time and space to do that at the moment. The players are out in the tunnel. Billy, thank you, mate, says, Ridsdale was definitely having a dig at Levy when he said it was a pleasure doing business with Spurs for Alfie Devine. Moving forward, worried about potential injuries again, though. We do need goals. Yeah, you're probably right about Peter Ridsdale, to be honest. But there he goes. And good news that Gary Mabbott apparently looks well. Having had a difficult winter. Okay, let's get ready to rumble when it comes to the scoreboard. No, score clock. The clock. As both teams come back out. If you haven't already, guys, I really appreciate your support. Do give this video a like. Do subscribe to the channel. Looks like Hoffenheim might have made loads of changes. Maybe not. Don't forget, we are playing Hoffenheim again in a behind closed doors friendly tomorrow at the training ground. So, second half's about to begin. Spurs kicking from left to right towards the south stand. And we're off. And H-Ray says, Ashley Phillips for 10 million is brilliant business. Mundane Bloke says, hello, Barnaby. Hello, Mundane Bloke. Thank you for your comment. It is 1-0 to Spurs. As Mikey Moore tries to turn around a few players. But it is a throw to Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim try and play one over the top, but it goes out for a Tottenham goal kick. It's not been a very enjoyable game so far, but a good goal from Richarlison from a beautiful cross from Andy Robertson. Has Spurs 1-0 up. But really, Spurs, just so many injuries and no real forward signings makes us quite, I don't know, almost predictable to watch. But we're better than we were as Gallagher loses the ball in midfield. So Hoffenheim come forward. Coming down the right-hand side now, but Andy Robertson's got himself in a good position. Oh, but he misses out in a 50-50 there. Tonali comes to help. Cross comes in, but it's cleared. Oh, dear. Tonali getting wrong side there. Gives away a free kick. Yeah, I thought he had. Oh, it was Gallagher. Sorry, not Tonali. Bizarre. Totally on the wrong side there. Paul Bean asks, is Phillips to Borough officially done? Yeah, it was announced today. Should be 10 million total, 7 million up front. And Mako says, forward line is just like last year, useless. Yeah, it's not looking great at the moment. We definitely miss Kudus. We definitely miss Kulusevski. We definitely miss Maddison. We definitely miss Xavi Simons. I mean, let's face it, that is 200 million pounds worth of talent. So any club is going to miss that. But it's a free kick on the right-hand side. Here it comes into the box from Hoffenheim. Kinski gets a decent punch on it. Comes to the edge of the box. Hoffenheim cross it in again, but it's blocked by Conor Gallagher again. He's working his nuts off. Hoffenheim just popping it about in their own half at the moment. They get it out wide left. They've got bodies coming forward now. Oh, great. Lovely block from Bergvall. Does really well and then gets the ball away. Oh, Richarlison does well, but now Tonali loses it. Oh, he does well to get a foul there. I guess he did. I think Tonali did kind of get a little. It was Archie Gray, I think, actually. Sorry, number 14. Yeah, got a little stud on the back of his Achilles. Yeah, not a very nice one, that. Barvin says, hi, Barnaby. I'm a little worried by the performance at the front. Is this because it's friendly or a view of what's to come? Maybe both. It depends on what signings we get in, really, and what injuries we get back. And Paul Bean says, watching Borough today, Lancashire is so good about getting in good positions. Probably watch a lot of them this year with Lancashire, Phillips, and the American Bahalta. Yeah, last I saw, Lincoln were beating Borough 1-0 as the ball is cleared by Van Hecker there. Hoffenheim putting some pressure on. Yeah, he does get in. He's good. He's great. Will Lancashire, great movement. That's what I like about him. Proper old school striker, likes to make good movement. Middlesbrough still losing to Lincoln. So Lincoln, of course, was the one. Their fans were all singing Tottenham again, ole ole last year when they thought we were going to get relegated. When do West Ham play their first championship game? Is that tonight? Shall I have a look? No. Yeah. Maybe it's tomorrow. Tonali did well there to see the ball out for a Spurs goal kick. Very much a friendly game as Kinski goes into midfield. Good kick out to Richarlison there. That's good play from Spurs. Robertson now goes down the line to Tell. Another example of him getting it facing the wrong way. So he has to go back. Goes all the way back to Sinisi. Paul says, Middlesbrough have been unlucky. Lincoln had one chance to score in the first half and they did. Well, let's see what happens. Richarlison has to hold it up and give it again to Bergvall, but he loses it, unfortunately. And Hoffenheim, good at pressing, not surprisingly from a German side, I guess. Play it into the inside left channel. And it's defended. Archie Gray gets caught underneath it, but then gets a bit of a clearance on it, but it's still around the box. Here's a chance. Hoffenheim near post. Good save from Kinski. Comes back out to Hoffenheim. Now another chance. Oh, and he tries to bend it with the outside of his boot, but it's wide. Yeah, so it's just outside the box. Might have got a little deflected. Kind of dips just in front of Kinski. And then kind of gets it away. And the next one was really close, actually. Really good skill. Yeah. And actually looks like maybe Senesi could have headed it away if he'd needed to. Still 1-0 Spurs, 50 minutes gone. Every time we lose the ball, like we see a replay though at the moment, Hoffenheim are getting it back. They try a chip through ball there. Comes through to Kinski. Gives it into Tonali. Gives it back to Kinski. Gives it to Van Hecke. Comes across to Senesi. Goes out wide. Oh, Robertson tries to easy, but that'll be a Spurs goal kick. Yeah, so that is what's happened. Hoffenheim have changed all 10 of their outfield players. So it'll be a bit of a fitness battle this second half because they'll be a lot fitter than us. Kinski plays it out wide to Gray. First touch is good. Goes back to Van Hecke. Gives it into a dangerous area to Tonali, but he does well. Drives away. Being fouled and wins a throw-in. Good work from Tonali. It's a lovely player. Okay, Andy Robertson's got a bit of room to drive into now on the left. He's got Tell outside him. Tell gives it, Robertson gives it Tell, then carries on. Running into a bit of a blind alley here, Tell. Gives it back to Robertson. He's going to come back to Gallagher. Oh, good ball. Tell in the half space here. Big chance for Tell. Oh, it's over the bar, but he's got a lovely shot on him. Good stuff from Spurs. And it was a good run from Tell, making a space inside in the number 10 role. And he was found, and then he had space to drive into. Lovely stuff. That's more like it from Spurs. And in the end, he had a shot from about, 23 yards. And it's miles over the bar, but we know he can score goals from that area. We've seen him do it for Spurs already against Leeds, etc. But Robertson's left to... Oh, Spurs get away with one there. He lost the ball and they had a chance to get it forward, but they played a bad through ball, Hoffenheim. I would say at 53 minutes, a bit earlier than usual, the game is just starting to open up a little bit. So there could be more goals in this, I'd say. Spurs are playing quite, well, as they will do under De Zerbi. They're trying to pop it about in their own final third. Kinski now on his left foot finds Archie Gray. His first touch was not good this time, and Van Hecke has to get rid of it. Hoffenheim just showing they've got a bit more fitness at the moment because they've got made their 11 changes. Spursy says, Spursy across the pond says, would you say quality chances but lack of finishing? Not really at the moment. I wouldn't say we've missed loads of chances, to be honest. And Tunde says Tell needs to be more composed there and hit the target, yeah, possibly. Oh, lovely from Tonali. Tell now on a counter-attack. Got Robertson coming with him. Slows it up a bit though, Tell. Needs to find someone and loses it, unfortunately. And then gives away a foul, which was absolutely inevitable. Bit of frustration there from Matisse Tell. Suddenly getting mad tired, lads. De Zerbi wearing his navy blue Spurs t-shirt and navy blue tracksuit bottoms today. Van Hecke wins a header, then it's clipped round the corner. On the bench today, the likes of Jamie Donnelly, Kota Takai, and then some even younger players. Ball comes back to Kinski. Yeah, that's another thing that we should say, by the way. De Zerbi will be working these guys to the bone during the week. So the fact that maybe we're not absolutely top of our game might be, and we're still winning, but might be to do with that. And he will, I'm sure, taper them off before the Brentford game next Saturday so that they're raring to go and full of energy. Spurs win the ball back, and Tonali gets it back to Kinski in his all-pink strip on the edge of his box. He plays it out to Robertson. It's kind of a bit of a relief not to see some of the players who we kind of knew weren't good enough for Spurs at this point, isn't it? The likes of, not a bad guy, but, you know, Radu Dragishin, for instance, as Bergvall and Tonali do well in central midfield. A player called Wimmer's just come on. It can't surely be Kevin Wimmer. No, he must have retired by now. I would have thought Big Kev. Spurs just popping it about nicely into Bergvall in central midfield. Finds some space. Gives it to Nali. Slightly on his wrong foot, that pass, unfortunately. Gives it to Tell and then runs on. It's all about pass and move, isn't it? Oh, we're in here. Bergvall. Oh, over the bar. Was it Bergvall or was it Rishi? It was Rishi. Sorry, I've got really bad feed and I can only see the blonde hair. Anyway, hit it over the bar. So who was it? Matisse Tell on the ball. Plays a great ball, Tell. Win says, hi, Barnaby, joining late. Sorry, no problem. Billy asks, wonder if we should go to a back three, given our current strength as a squad. Well, he hasn't played with a back three all pre-season. Van der Ven hasn't played a minute, has he? So not at the moment, I wouldn't have thought. Anyway, Spurs have the ball back. We're getting them more on the ball now as the game opens up a bit. Win says, what do you think De Zerbi wants to see from this match? Yeah, just more good football like we played in the last couple of minutes. And yeah, get some confidence seeping into the side, I guess, as Van Hecke plays it across to Senesi. He plays it out wide to Robertson. Goes inside to Tell. He's picking up some better spots in the pocket at the moment. Oh, he's in. He's in at the byline, Tell. Can he find someone? Oh, what a cross. What a goal. It's Mikey Moore. Fantastic. Love it. Brilliant from Tell. We love that. And that's what I was talking about, wasn't it? The Brennan Johnson back posts. We had quite a number of situations in that first half where we got great crosses in. I'm pleased for Mikey Moore. I hope this gives him the confidence to... he looks knackered, to be honest. But gives him the confidence to drive at some players this rest of this game. Tottenham 2, Hoffenheim 0. Enjoyed that. So Matisse Tell beats a player or two on the left-hand side, gets to the byline and picks the correct pass. Yes, Paul Bean asked, Tell to Mikey. That's right. So Tell got in the pocket. He had an option to give it to Mikey, to give it to Robertson, and actually has a bit of a slip. He's a bit lucky, but then a great left-footed cross to the edge of the 6-yard box. And for once, Mikey Moore, no shade on Mikey Moore, but because he's not a natural right-sider, but for once, he just gets in at the back post, kind of Ange Postecoglou style, gets ahead of his marker, and volleys it into the far corner. He couldn't really miss, though. He was 6 yards out. It's a good goal. It's a good goal. Tunde says, Mikey Moore. And Clay says, if he missed, it's definitely Rishi. Don't be cruel. Come on, we're winning 2-0. They do look knackered, though. I think De Zerbi has been probably running them ragged. Archie Gray on the right-hand side. Gets out of trouble. And it's a Spurs throw. I'll turn off the transfer stuff. Sorry, I forgot to do that at the end of half time. Yeah, Clive Allen has said that he thinks the manager will have said at half time, you've got to be in at the back post. And that's where Mikey Moore was. Hoffenheim win the ball in midfield. Coming to the edge. Oh, Van Hecke has dived in a bit there. And the cross comes in. Chance of the back post for Hoffenheim. Another chance over the bar. Oh, no. Oh, no. Tonali's gone down. This is not good. Okay, it's getting up. That is good. Lost my bit of paper. It's weird. Lost my bit of paper with what happened in the first half. That's very weird. Oh, there it is. Found it. Anyway, Tonali's back up and running as Richarlison presses Hoffenheim and the keeper brings it past him. But Bergvall showing his engine, pressing all the way up. And Van Hecke dives in twice. And we've won it high because of Van Hecke. Then it comes to Richarlison in the box. Chance for more again. Oh, I think he tried to cross it when there's no one in there. Got someone in the stream asking me to do the 6-7 and tell me more and can we wave? I'll give you a wave. Hello. Clay says, is Mikey Moore still going to Cologne on loan? I think a lot will decide on how he does today and what signings we get in, but his goal won't have hurt him. Mikey Moore, oh, he tried to cross it to tell Mikey Moore at the back post there. That was a good chance, actually. Great pressing from Van Hecke led to that chance. Spurs have got a little spring in their step now. How young is our right-hand side, by the way? Archie Gray and Mikey Moore. Oh, Moore tries to beat a few players there. Richarlison nearly wins it back. Oh, Richarlison works hard there. Referee is determined, as I said in the first half, absolutely determined to keep this game just flowing, which I don't mind. Well, Middlesbrough have equalised against Lincoln. Let's see who got that goal. Haven't found out yet. I'll find out in a bit. That's how much I've been missing football that I'm now waiting to see how Middlesbrough do because we've sold them a striker. Great defending from Sandro Tonali on the right-hand side. It was Lancashire, according to Paul Bean. What was the goal like? Will Lancashire scores on his championship debut for Borough, having scored in the League Cup the other day. Yeah, Will Lancashire, 62nd minute. Good lad. Guys, 310 of you watching concurrently at the moment. Really appreciate it. Please, if you haven't already, do like the video and also subscribe to the channel for daily Tottenham news, views, opinions, all the transfer rumours for the next 2 weeks or so before the window closes, and some interviews with brilliant Tottenham content creators and fans, etc. Jonas says, I hope we need a sharp number 10 to increase creativity. Unfortunately, we've got like 4 of them injured. And Paul Bean says, right place, right time. Poacher's goal from Will Lancashire for Middlesbrough against Lincoln. Love it. Love it. Mikey Moore wins a header. Pleased for Will Lancashire. I'd be interested to know how Luka Vuskovic is doing in the Brighton game as well. 65 minutes gone. Spurs win it back in midfield. And then it comes to Robertson, who goes back to Kinski. Oh, brilliant ball from Van Hecke between the lines. Tonali just skips past his man too. Gives it into Bergvall. Oh, his idea to let it run across his body was absolutely telegraphed. And then Van Hecke saves him. That's a shame because that could have been a really good chance for us to break forward. And instead, it's a corner to Hoffenheim. That's where sometimes I think Bergvall just shows his inexperience, sometimes just in his decision-making. You saw it from Tonali, just knew where the player was going to come, skips past him, gives it to Bergvall. He's got a few little options, but unfortunately, malheureusement, chooses the wrong one. Here comes the corner, and it's straight out for a goal kick. Don't mind that. See what people are saying on Twitter. Billy T says, been so long since we had a proper midfielder. Tonali blows my mind. Yeah, what a player. Totally agree. Oh, we're having another, unbelievably, we're having another hydration break. It's just a hydration break, by the way, guys. About 25 minutes to go. A bit less. Apparently, De Zerbi seems a bit annoyed with Kinski, probably from his playouts, I guess. We're just showing the Mikey Moore goal. It was a good run from Mikey Moore. Really busted gut to get ahead of his defender. Good lad. That'll be something really De Zerbi will appreciate. Paul asks, Elio the expert says, just tuned in. How's the game, Barnaby? And Paul says, can you give us your take on who's played well so far? I'd say that the centre halves have done well. Van Hecker is certainly the one who sticks out more. Bigger, wins more in the air. But they're both doing well. I'd say Andy Robertson has done well. Beautiful crosser of the ball, set up one goal. Archie Gray's been fine. I would say Sandro Tonali is just a beautiful player. 1 and 2 touch stuff, little triangles, round the corners, just kind of a cut above all the other players on the pitch, I'd say, in terms of knowing the game. Bergvall's worked really, really hard. Bergvall, good engine, pressed well. It's made the odd bad decision, but he's young. That's going to happen. Mikey Moore got his goal, started the game well. Conor Gallagher has done Conor Gallagher things, just pressing a lot. And Tell got an assist, and Richarlison got a goal. 6 out of 10, though, other than that, I'd say, in terms of other than those moments. Kinski pops it straight into Tonali under pressure, and that will have come from De Zerbi saying, listen, Tonali can take it under pressure, just give it to him there more. And that has led Spurs to a lovely little move. Unfortunately, Richarlison, as ever, not able to link the play up. And Clay says, this is why you pay 100 million on Prem Proven. Tonali's top quality. Yeah, can't disagree. Cannot disagree. Shermanate says, I'm not one of these fans who hates Tell. Oh, Hoffenheim, big chance. Good defending. And it was offside anyway. Shermanate says, I'm not one of these fans who hates Tell, but do you think he cannot be our starting left wing for the Brentford game? And Barvin says, is your little one watching the match today? No, she's 5 weeks old. She's not quite ready for Spurs yet. What's the youngest I can take her to the White Hart Lane, I wonder? As Kinski goes long, I don't know who he's hoping is going to make that run. I think it was Gallagher in the end, but Gallagher's not exactly quick enough. And Hoffenheim have the ball back. Yeah, what's the earliest age-wise I can take my daughter to Tottenham? Paul says, feeling better about Van Hecker in the air. That has been a concern in the Spurs sphere so far. He's been pretty good today so far. Thanks for your message, mate. 333 people watching. The Nelson for any cricket fans. Got to stand on one leg. Mary asks, is Moore not leaving now? I think he probably will still go on loan, but it will. I doubt. I mean, it would be mad to send him on loan before they've got a replacement, another signing in. That's probably why they're working so hard on the Gakpo and Savinho signings. Senesi clears it. Probably could have been a bit braver on the ball there with his header, Senesi, but anyway, Hoffenheim getting in some decent positions now, just on the edge of the box on the left-hand side. Then Senesi gets a block in. but Hoffenheim still has it. Wes Wheel says, took my daughter on the White Hart Lane tour at 3 months old. Yeah. Will she remember that though? Or was it just because you couldn't find childcare? But yeah, good work. Come on, you Spurs. Another good to have another Spurs fan in the world, of course, always. Oh, lovely play. And here comes Bergwall through midfield, but he made the wrong decision again. Went the wrong side and he was easily bustled off the ball. And here come Hoffenheim. Game's getting a bit scrappy. Oh, good ball. They're in. Oh, it's another good save, Kinski. It was a tight angle, but great save. Tunde says, Tonali's a Rolls Royce of player. I hope he stays fit for most of the season. Agreed. Totally. In fact, I'd be tempted to kind of wrap him in cotton wool now. Take him off. Hoffenheim getting up a bit of a... Excuse my yawning, sorry. You know what it's like, newborn, etc., etc. Yeah, they're on the edge of the box again. Another chance over the bar. Wes Wheel saying, telling us why he took his daughter on the White Hart Lane tour. He says, because my brother-in-law wanted us to go to Anfield and there's no way she was going there first. Yeah, good decision. Very good decision. Hoffenheim getting up a bit of a head of steam, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, there's deflection, so a corner comes in. Chance on the edge of the box. Air shot from Hoffenheim. And now Van Hecke does a press all the way up the pitch. Wow. Brilliant from Van Hecke. Look at that. But as a result, there's a gaping hole in centre-back. What's he done? Hoffenheim have the ball again now. What is Van Hecke doing? He's trying to get back now. That was funny. And the cross comes in, back post. Dealt with by Archie Gray well. Wow. So Van Hecke just pressing all the way up the pitch, leaving a gaping hole. No one sat in for him. 17 minutes to go. 344 of you. Come on, you Spurs. 2-0. Tottenham 2, Hoffenheim 0. Clay says, with respect to Bergvall, I'm looking forward to seeing Tonali and Fernandes together. Yeah. I think Bergvall, if he grows and learns off someone like Tonali, great rotation option. 54% possession to Spurs. 8 shots to Hoffenheim's 9. And Kinski gets a great punch on across there on a corner. Oh, yeah, just talking about, excuse my yawning. I'm just talking about how congested 6-yard boxes will be from set pieces in the Premier League. I'm just thinking, God, I hope the referees get a hold of that this year. I really do. Paul, another great comment. Thank you. Says, statistically, we have to have better luck with injuries this year. If you have anything like the last 2 years, there's something casual that has to be found. Matt asks who scored the second. It was Mikey Moore at the back post from a Matisse Tell assist. Oh, big space in the pocket. They're in again here, Hoffenheim. The passing's not great, though. Oh, that's better. And good defending from, might have been Bergvall, might have been Van Hecke. Spurs trying to play themselves out. It's all a bit scrappy. Still scrappy. Hoffenheim with the ball again. Bergvall gets his foot on it. Gallagher tries to get out of trouble with the ball. Needs help big time. Needs to win a foul. He wins a corner. There's a goal kick. Well done, Conor Gallagher. 15 minutes to go. Well done. We're getting some kids on now. Malachi Hardy and Tyrese Hall about to come on for the last 15 minutes. To Zerbi. He's always having a go at them. Hilarious. Reminds me so much of Antonio Conte, just with better football. As Hoffenheim come forward again. Oh, well cut out by Archie Gray. What a player. Oh, but then he's tried to be too clever. He's won it back. Bergvall into Rishi. Lovely ball out to Mikey Moore on the right. Here he comes. He's all on his own. He's going to lose the ball here. And does. Alan asks, is the doggy really injured or are we selling him so he won't play? And Mikey Moore's got a little, is it cramp there? I really hope we're not selling him. It would be mad. That would be completely mad. But we'll find out, I guess, in the next 2 weeks. But I doubt it. I think he's just injured probably. This game has slowed down, if that was possible. Hoffenheim have popped it about well, though. They're a bit fitter than us because they've changed all of their players. On the edge of the box again, but a poor touch. Tell trying to help out. But then gives it away. Oh, could have fouled his man there, but not given. And so now Tell drives down the left-hand side. It's got Rishi and Mikey Moore with him, but nobody else needs to hold it up, I'd say. Still keeps going forward. Oh, brilliant. Great effort from Tell. Brilliant run and effort. Good stuff. Quotidian says, looks like you need a double espresso, mate. I don't drink coffee, so yeah. But yeah, I do. Yeah. Just parenting life, you know how it is. Kanya says, there's a lack of defensive coordination when we don't have the ball. Yeah, maybe. Sometimes. But we haven't conceded. So that's good. Yeah, it was a great run from Matisse Tell there, as Tunde says. Thank you, mate. Only got 12 minutes more to sit through of this. Spurs win it in midfield, but then lose it in midfield. And they're running at us again, Hoffenheim. In on the left-hand side here. Again, running across the box, looking for a chance to shoot, but Van Hecker got in the way well. And now Spurs with a chance to counter potentially down the left-hand side with Tell. Gallagher finds him. And again, he's running down the left. Tell coming into this game late on. Might have another dig here. Oh, what a ball. It's 3-0. Mikey Moore scored another one from Tell. Wow. Wow. Mikey Moore's finishing. Top work. Mikey Moore in the last... Matisse Tell in the last few minutes has just come into the game. This is going to wind up fans no end when Tell still goes on loan to Cologne this week. But got to give it to De Zerbi. He's obviously seen something in Moore in training to say you can do this on the right. But it's actually beautiful pass from Tell and a brilliant finish from Moore. And look at this at the same time, as if life couldn't get any better. Hi again, you're a great commentator. I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Matisse Tell almost with just a double movement of his feet to find the pass to Tell. Wow. And Tell, Moore slots it into the bottom left-hand corner. Math says, go on, Mikey, lad. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Nice Yoda. And Mikey Moore, that was his last action of the game. Oh, sorry, with the mic. Last action of the game as he goes off to be replaced by a load of kids. Gets handshakes from everyone on the sidelines. So Gallagher's off, Senesi's off, Moore is off, Richarlison is off. At 3-0 up, pretty happy with that though. Paul says, now to watch Tell haters shuck and jive to find something to shred the kid. Yeah. And Kanya says, this new Tell is thumbs up. And Clay says, tell him, Mikey, the kids are on it. Yeah, Spurs brought the kids on now. Kinski with the ball. Pops it into Bergvall, who's still on. He does well. Gets it out to Malachi Hardy. He's got Archie Gray outside him. Oh, Malachi Hardy just made a terrible choice. They're in the box, and then their player made a terrible choice. And then they get to the byline. Oh, and they should have scored. They nearly scored. Spurs pretty lucky there. Hardy weirdly went for the long pass down the line. When he had an option, he almost wasn't brave enough. Denali's still on the pitch, by the way. Anyway, coming on are, they're going to tell me. Oh, no. Here comes Hardy with the ball. Or might be Ty Hall, actually, not sure. Bergvall. To Archie Gray. Got. I'm going to have to look at live score to see who came on there. I need to look at live score to see who's come on because they're not telling me on Spurs play. I can tell you, Borussia Mönchengladbach have beaten Aston Villa. Newcastle are drawing with Hoffenheim. They haven't told me who's on for Spurs on live score either. But anyway, cross comes in. Great cross. Bergvall out wide to Robertson. A bit of a 50-50, but he's strong enough. Well done. Finds Bergvall. He wants a shot, Lucas, but plays a good ball instead. It's good football from Spurs, but they give away a free kick. Got some super young under 18s on the pitch. Really young kids. No sign of Dane Scarlett, is there? Looks like he might be next on the way out of the club. I'll take the team off now because they are not the team anymore. Let's face it. Jamie Donnelly is going to come on though. Surprised he didn't come on earlier. Or Spurs get themselves into trouble. And then a good tackle. And Spurs clear it. It comes back to the Hoffenheim goalkeeper. Spurs don't win many games at home, famously, so nice to get a little 3-0 lead going. Hoffenheim coming down the left. They've had a few chances, Hoffenheim. Kinski's had to make a few saves. Just on the edge of the box now, just popping it about. They haven't got in behind us really, though. That's what I would say. Spurs keeping it tight. 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes to go. Cross comes in, cleared by Van Hecker, comes to the edge of the box. Then Van Hecker reads it beautifully. Oh, brings it out. Little step over. It's actually Bergvall. Sorry, they've both got blonde hair. Apologies. Bergvall doing well. Plays it down the line. Bergvall does well again under pressure. Gray goes down the line to Adeboli. That's his name. Don't know him. And Hardy comes back to Kinski, who's again had a good game. He won't want to concede in these last few minutes. Takes on a man. Good lad. Pops into midfield. Enjoyed that. Math says going by the game looks like going by the stats looks like an easy game apart from the goals. Yeah, kind of. Spurs just playing it around their own box now. Kinski goes long finally. Hoffenheim, are they going to get a consolation? Here comes the shot, deflected by Bergvall. It's a corner. Paul Beastie says Hardy for Sanisi, Donnelly for Gallagher, Adewole for Moore, Elliot Paris for Richarlison. Appreciate that. Tunis Barn, I'm quietly optimistic for next season, especially if we get Savio and Gakpo over the line. Lucas Bergvall gets a huge round of applause as he substituted off, did well. And Alina says, do you think we can only play better this season, Barn? We make our fans feel confident. Now I'm going to berserk when DMZM season starts, Barnaby. I'll answer the first one. Do you think we can only play better? Yes, I think we'll play better this season, certainly than we did the last 2 seasons, and better than we did today. I think De Zerbi's just building his squad. It won't be a finished squad by the end of the window either. Important fist from Kinski there. You know, he'll need players in January and next summer as well, so. Spurs trying to win the ball high. And Donnelly tried to play the ball in behind. We're into the last couple of minutes or so. Tottenham 3, Hoffenheim 0. Nearly 400 of you watching. Appreciate your support, guys. Please do give this video a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for daily Tottenham news, views, transfer talk, opinions, and, of course, interviews with some of the best Spurs content creators and fans about. Spurs do well down the left-hand side. Interesting again, that Ben Davis wasn't. Oh, that's a yellow card for the Hoffenheim player, or would be in a proper game anyway. Ben Davis not on the pitch or in the squad today. Again, let's remind us all that Tottenham play Hoffenheim in another pre-season friendly behind closed doors tomorrow. So I'd expect some of those players who haven't been involved today to play then. Redwan asks, how is the family doing? Family's doing really well, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. And, really enjoyed doing this watch along with you guys. It's been a good game. It's been a bit quiet at times, but any Spurs 3-0 victory, as it seems like it's going to be, is a great day for me. 2 goals from Mikey Moore, 1 from Richarlison. Mikey Moore and Rishi have now gone off for a nice deserved break. And Mikey Moore playing in this less comfortable right-hand side. He did okay, certainly started really direct and then got on the end of 2 crosses towards the end of the game. Paul Bean, who's watching Lancashire play for Middlesbrough, he's already got 1 goal, says Lancashire's just hit the post, and says he wishes we'd kept hold of him. Yeah, we've got that buyback, haven't we? Or matching rights, or whatever it's called. Spurs try and pop into midfield, but Hardy does well there. This could be a chance coming on the edge of the box for Hoffenheim. Get it wide left. 20 seconds to go. Here comes the cross. Cleared at the near post into Donnelly. Plays a good ball. And that's good hold-up play by the striker. John Lancaster asked, am I doing a watch-along tomorrow? I don't think it's on Spurs Play, is it tomorrow? Let me know in the chat. I don't think it is. I probably can't tomorrow. I mean, but we'll see. Anyway, Spurs in down the right-hand side now. Oh. Keeps the ball. That's the end of the game. Tottenham win it 3-0. Carries on our unbeaten pre-season. De Zerbi asking his fellow manager if he fancies a drink after the game. Tom Bowdler asked if we can buy Will Lancashire back before next weekend. I would say the answer to that is probably not. Thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Danny says, enjoyed your commentary. Thanks. No problem. Please do subscribe to the channel. There'll be more watch-alongs, daily transfer videos at the moment, which you guys are really enjoying. And yeah, getting to grips with these new graphics as well. And another win for Spurs. What's not to like? Enjoy the rest of your day. Come on, you Spurs. Get yourself to okjersey.com, where you can buy all the best football shirts around, including the amazing vintage Spurs tops I wear on this channel. But I think the Spurs shirt you'll really want is, of course, the absolutely magnificent Tottenham 1901 FA Cup winners 125-year anniversary top, available in both short and long sleeve. And as if that wasn't enough, if you go onto their website and like the look of one of their shirts, choose your size, get your name and a number on the back, or the Champions League badge on the sleeve as well if you're that way inclined, then go to checkout, type the word BARN into the coupon section. That's BARN, as in short for Barnaby. And when you do, you'll get 8% off your purchase. Get yourself to okjersey.com, or if you're